This audio may contain the personal testimonials of some Take Shape for Life health coaches or clients. The results relayed in these messages are based on the unique experience of the participants, and we cannot guarantee like or similar outcomes. While you may be inspired by these accounts, please note that any stories of success have not been verified, and your individual path to healthy living and weight loss will vary. As always, it is our recommendation that you consult with a physician before starting a weight loss program. In addition, this audio may contain income or earnings representations of some Take Shape for Life health coaches. Take Shape for Life makes no guarantee of financial success. Success with Take Shape for Life results only from successful sales efforts, which require hard work, diligence, skill, persistence, competence, and leadership. Your success will depend upon how well you exercise these qualities. Please see the Take Shape for Life income disclosure statement and integrated compensation plan for complete details. Yours in health, the Take Shape for Life team.
Thanks everybody for being here. I'm so excited to be here with you tonight. This is going to be a really action-packed 30 minutes. So if you have plugged in, we'd like to ask for your undivided attention, because what you're going to hear in the next 30 minutes, I believe, is going to be life-changing. It is 7 transformation stories that have taken place as a part of a optimal health coaching program called Optavia. Some of you may be familiar with this, and maybe some of you are just coming into understanding what this whole trilogy of optimal well-being is all about and what Optavia is, but we're going to explain how this health coaching program has helped us individually to transform our personal health and to transform our lives. And we're hoping that it will impact you in a way that will help you to be inspired to create the health and well-being in your life that you'd like to create in yours. My life was transformed 8 years ago. I was inspired by a friend of mine that had lost 50 pounds, and I was looking for something to learn how to live a healthy lifestyle. I wasn't healthy. I was over 300 pounds, but I had always been overweight. I was a football player and an athlete, but as time kind of weathered on, my body began to show some of those things that come up from unhealthy habits and years of them. And I was really inspired about getting healthier, but I really didn't know what to do. So my friend inspired me to try this Optavia health coaching program. And with the help of my health coach, I was able to lose 100 pounds. And while I lost that 100 pounds, that was a big accomplishment in my life because it transformed my physical health. But what it did for my mental well-being was far-reaching beyond just the weight loss. And what it did for my overall life was something that I can't really explain in a short amount of time, because it impacted everything in my life. You see, everything affects everything. And when you start to get healthier, your mental habits begin to affect your financial habits, and your financial habits begin to affect your physical habits. And then all of a sudden, you start to create this different life. And that's what happened to me 8 years ago. And after going through that process, I began to encourage other family members and friends to transform their lives. And it's 8 years later, it's created a ripple effect in my family, and it's created a ripple effect in many other families. And so you're going to get a chance to hear some of those stories of other individuals just like me. You know, I thought I was special, but my mom thought I was special. But the idea of being special in this program, I was not the only one that found success. There was a whole bunch of others that were creating optimal well-being in their life. And when we say optimal well-being, we talk about the trilogy being healthy body, mind, and finances. And optimal well-being is in the center, where it doesn't necessarily mean opulent power, wealth, privilege, and the idea that you could be a bikini model. Maybe that's right for you, but not right for everybody. But it's the idea of being the best version of you. And that's what we're all about. We're a community of people that are trying to create health and well-being and trying to improve every aspect of well-being in our life. Trying to improve in all aspects is what health is all about. Just doing another diet or detox program may get you to the point where you may reach a healthy body weight, but that doesn't necessarily get to, oftentimes, the problem that lies behind the problem. Our health coaching program deals with all aspects of health, starting off with the physical health side. Most people come to us because they want to become healthier people. And then it begins to evolve into the idea of learning how to become a healthier person, actually learning how to live a healthier lifestyle and enjoy it as it pertains to them. And then we also address the other aspect that most programs don't address, and that's the idea of healthy finances. Now, this is not about the idea of becoming rich and then you'll be healthy. It's the idea of having a full and thriving life. having vocational or business success, having financial peace of mind, whatever that might mean to you. And what we do in our coaching program is help you to clarify what that looks like, and then we move you towards it in a coaching process. Now, if I could ask you to identify where you are in this continuum, this may be a fast-paced webinar to be able to really evaluate it, but if you were to, classify yourself in one of the bottom categories on this little well-being evaluation, how would you grade your overall well-being? Would you call yourself failing? Would you be in poor health, surviving, above average, thriving, or would you really be in optimum? Well, we found, in this 15 years that we've been doing this health coaching program, we found that everybody has room for improvement. And you're either improving or you're going the other direction. There's no such thing as maintaining well-being. We're always in a constant state of change. And with a health coaching program and some structure, you can actually be an advancing model where you can be creating health and well-being regardless of where you are in this continuum. So it can help anybody, regardless of what your barriers are, whether you're overwhelmed with too much information and you don't know what to do, whether you're in an unhealthy environment, your family members aren't supportive, you're stressed out, you're unmotivated, you're lacking energy, or maybe you just are busted and disgusted. You never been that position where you just don't even have the financial resources to do what you want to do, or you're just running out of time. You can't plan, prepare, portion size, and purchase all the healthy foods and do all the exercise like you've read in all the magazine, and so you decide to give up. Well, we don't want you to give up, because we want to give you the green light to show you a solution that can help you to create predictable transformation with these 4 core components. And we're going to walk through these as we go through these different transformational stories of real life people that have used these 4 components to transform their health. We're going to start off with a good friend of mine, Craig Blanchett. He's a 21-time world record holder, Olympian. He's just a total rock star in terms of the hand cycling world, but he's also become a rock star in our healthy community. So Craig, would you share us a little bit about your story and a little bit more about how you've used our healthy lifestyle program to advance your health?
Yeah, thanks, David. What a great, your story is so wonderful. And I love how you talk about how all of it is connected. And, my story started, as an athlete, really fit, really focused. And I wasn't focused on actually being healthy. I was focused on doing things that made me go fast. And, everything I did was all about speed. And so I had very controlled diet, had very controlled workout. I had a specialized equipment, all those kinds of things. And so my focus and my desired outcome was to win races and set world records. And I was able to do that. And then as I got older and I started a family, of course, my priorities changed a little bit. I had different responsibilities. One of those was obviously to have a traditional job where I had consistent income. So I started working more and taking care of my family. And of course, I had less focus on going fast. And I went from going fast maybe to fast food, I guess is what happened. And I accumulated over about 8 years, about 50 pounds of extra weight. And for someone that's 3'9", 50 pounds is a lot. And so I finally found myself that it was time to make a change. And I met a guy who was a health coach, and he said, I've got this program that not only will help you lose weight, maybe get you fast again, but it can help you to stay fast and to be healthy for the long haul. And so he introduced me to Dr. A's Habits of Health system. He introduced me to a really practical way to fuel my body, not just for the weight loss, but also for the sustainability to sustain my health. And really the way our program works is you start off with, you prepare for your journey. Usually right before preparing for your journey, you have a, oh my goodness moment. I got to make some changes. And then you say, okay, what can I do? Then you make some preparations for your journey. You kind of get a little bit of your ducks in a row. And then we move you through reaching a healthy weight. I don't know about you, but there's a lot of programs that fail to reach step 2. They never actually get you to the healthy weight, either because the program just can't get you there or because maybe you just can't get you there with that program. But our program gets you all the way to your healthy weight, but we don't stop there. If you think about it, 2 out of 6, we're just getting started. Then we actually, through the Habits of Health system, we actually teach you how to transition from a weight loss based eating program to a healthy eating program. And what that does is it keeps that weight off and so much more. And then as you're continuing to incorporate these habits of health as you learn them, then you start to live them. And then, of course, those last two steps are customized depending on where you're at and where you're going. So this program has changed my life in more ways than just my health. And now I've been a health coach for 7 years and absolutely loving being able to pay it forward and help other people. And one of those people is me.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Craig, for sharing your story. Next, we're going to head on over to Michigan and talk to Mike and Karen Harrison. Mike and Karen Harrison have, as you can see from the screen, transformed physically, masterfully, but it's the inside job that I'd like for them to share with you and how the role of a health coach helped them to do that. Mike and Karen?
Thanks so much, David, for letting us share tonight. You're right. This is our favorite part of this program. So thanks for letting us share about this. We were yo-yo dieters, and at the age of 42, we had gotten pretty frustrated. We had tried everything on the shelf, every commercial on TV. That was us, and we were trying it, and nothing was working long term, like Craig talked about. And it wasn't until a friend of ours offered to help us and do this amazing program that things changed for us, because no one had ever offered to help us before. We were trying to help each other,
right,
but it wasn't working. It was like two crabs in a bucket, you know? So when this friend of ours who had gotten healthy on this program and was continuing to get healthier, and it kept going and kept going, when this friend of ours said, you know what, I'll help you. I'll coach you through the program. That was a game changer for us. And that's exactly what he did. He helped us get started. He helped us, just because he had done the program, he knew how to help us do the program.
Yeah, he was just amazing as a coach and served as a guide for us while we were on this health journey. And so we knew exactly, kind of lighting the path before us of where we were going to go and where we were headed. And just like Craig said, it wasn't just about weight loss, it was about optimal health. And so he served as a guide for us. And this was 8 years ago. And we've talked to our health coach every week, sometimes more than once a week. And it's gone on for the last 8 years. The coaching relationship is such an empowering relationship that you really feel you can do this program on day one because of the coach being there to support us and to encourage us. It was absolutely amazing.
And what I love most about the coaching is that it's free. It comes along with the program. And so there's never any reason for me not to pick up the phone and call my health coach, or vice versa, for me to answer the phone when my health coach calls me, because there was, no coaching fee that I had to pay, or it wasn't like I was overdue on my payment or whatever. And that was built into the program on purpose so that we would continue to get healthier and healthier. That's awesome. That's the best part of the whole program. I love it. And now we get to do that for other people. We decided to pay it forward. So thanks for letting us share.
Thank you.
That's awesome. You guys' story is very inspirational, and I love hearing it. Next, we're going to go over to Pennsylvania, where Dr. Sharon Fleischer is one of our certified health coaches. She's also a family practice physician, and she's going to explain a little bit more about how a healthcare professional looks at this program and the meal plans and the model of eating and how it helps people to lose weight predictably and then to keep it off. Dr. Sharon?
Hi, David. Thank you so much for asking me to share my story about this. Real briefly, my background, I was in denial for many years. I was struggling in my role as a physician, as a mom, as a wife, and I lost the ability to take care of myself and my ability and desire to take care of other people. So I couldn't make a difference in their lives anymore, and that's all I wanted to do. But 4 years ago, one of my patients, who was coached by David here, lost 140 pounds in 9 months. And it was at that moment that I realized that there was hope. There was hope for me to get healthier and get rid of some of the mental baggage that I was carrying and the mental weight. But it inspired me and gave me more energy to be able to really pay it forward and take care of my patients in ways I wasn't able to do before. I can have effective strategies for them to use in order for them to create health for themselves and for their families. And so the background to this is that we have a medically formulated product that we use as a tool to help people lose weight safely, effectively, creating this fat burning state, which actually gives them all energy. I've experienced this myself, and there's been nothing better than going into this fat burning and having renewed energy, being able to sleep better, being able to learn how to eat 6 times a day, which is the science behind maintaining a healthy weight. And so being able to teach my patients and my friends now that I've been coaching to eat a healthy lifestyle, be active, learn how to sleep, has really transformed more people within a short amount of time than it has in the 20 years I've been doing medicine. So we reach a healthy weight by using some of our fuelings, which are all portion controlled, high protein and high fiber. They are nutritious, they're delicious, they contain probiotics. This is very clean eating. And to this day, 4 years later, I actually still enjoy using my products because I still have a busy practice. I'm busy as a mom, as a wife, and it's just simple. It takes the guesswork out of anything. And I actually personally have been saving money on my fuelings than I would if I were to do anything on my own. So the convenience for my patients and the convenience to teach them that they can check in with me regularly. We have a nutrition department that we can rely on. We have plans for every person out there, whether they have a medical illness or if they are just wanting to shed a few pounds. And our supplements, which are physician created, are safe, sound, and that's one of the things that attracted me as a physician to be comfortable using them within this entire model.
Well, we have this optimization program that actually moves people beyond weight loss, and Craig touched on this particular topic. But as a physician, knowing that there's something beyond weight loss, I know is very attractive to you and to other healthcare providers. Talk a little bit more about the long-term plan.
So, now I'm 4 years later, I personally, I only lost about 20 pounds, but that was a lot at the time. And I'm able to use what we call our 3 and 3 plan, which we can use to maintain our healthy weight. We teach people how to eat balanced macronutrients using some of our fuelings if they choose, and create a very sustainable energy in and energy out process to maintain our weight, still feeling satisfied and never getting cravings, never feeling like you have to have something. We really work, once we use these 6 meals a day, we work on the mental health of why we eat and how we put it all together. And so the simplicity and the comprehensive nature of how well the fuelings work, whether it's an athlete like Craig, who needs to increase their intake in certain snacks to higher protein, or somebody who just wants to maintain their healthy weight, it's for everybody all the way up through the octogenarian.
That's great. Thank you very much, Dr. Sharon. So we've talked about the idea of having a healthy lifestyle program, an educational process that's a kind of a learn as you go and then given to you in steps on a need to know basis. We've talked about the idea of having a health coach that guides you on that journey. And now we just talked about the idea of having fuelings and meal plans that meet your particular medical or dietary needs. And based upon your level of energy expenditure or how many calories you're burning, your health coach can customize a meal plan to fit your needs and to recommend some of the fuelings from our program to give you that grab and go nutrition. The last part of our 4 components is the idea of our community. And we have an amazing individual, Michelle McMullen, to talk to you a little bit more about how she started a healthy ripple effect and created a healthy community in her family and how that spilled out into her town and beyond her state borders. Michelle, welcome to the presentation.
Well, thank you so much, David, for having me. And it's a privilege to speak tonight. David, in a nutshell, I was a pretty unhealthy kid, as you can see, in a pretty unhealthy family. So when I grew up, I became a licensed PTA to try to help create health in other people's lives and give them back that chance of health, that chance that I kind of hoped for my own family and for myself. And I spent a ton of money on my education, and I really ended up with a lot of misconceptions about what health really was. So then about 3 years ago, I heard of this amazing sounding, a little too good to be true type of program. And my nature is a little stubborn and skeptical, well, very skeptical. And so I investigated the heck out of the clinical research and Dr. Anderson, the education, the tools. And I found out that the program could actually be backed up by the words that my soon to be coach was saying. So I set this stubbornness aside and I tried it myself. And I was blown away, even within the first week, in myself and in my body and how I felt and my energy. I just went nuts and I wanted to create health. So I finally had the tools for everyone. So I paid it forward. And I helped my dad, as you can see there. We reversed this end of life phase that he has been stuck in and that my family was trying to get him out of for a really long time. We thought he was done. To come from that point and see him now gain a desire for a healthier future and get healthier himself, that was awesome. And I went hand in hand with my mother there and helped her reverse that obesity and gain back the life and the mobility and the energy that she needed in order to be with her grandbabies and finally have that healthy future in front of her again. She's a ball of energy now. I watched my baby sister there transform from this hardworking but super wiped out girl to seeing her in this new energy and this life come out of her that she never even knew existed. Seeing her realize that anything is possible and now she could dream again, none of us knew what we had been missing out of for so long. Altogether, my family there lost over 250 pounds between us, and we've all maintained substantial weight losses. And even better, to sustain the life gains that you receive from being healthier, we're never looking back. And that was really about that community to us and to my family. They say you're the most like the 5 people around you, and I wanted to keep my 5 people a lot closer to me and around a lot longer. So what we offer here, it was a no-brainer. Everyone in the community is offered that education that they can take and they can accept at their own pace with our books and our encouraging videos and those weekly interactive calls with our doctors and nurses. The weekly educational offerings like we just had that I swear are timed just right and with what you need to hear at that moment, as well as having a nutritionist to talk to and a personal coach and all this super fun interaction that goes on our private Facebook groups and the local community events. We get to surround ourselves in success.
There's a lot of reasons why people become a health coach in this model of community, because oftentimes it helps them to reinforce their decision to be healthy. Oftentimes, when you get healthy on your own in some sort of a program, it can be helpful to you, but if you don't create health around you, you don't necessarily have that additional accountability about other people. Sometimes people get healthy in silence or in secret, and they don't necessarily tell other people what they're doing, and so they don't have that same level of accountability as if they were maybe encouraging other people. And I love the quote that says, every time you help encourage another person, you get encouraged as well, because you get to hear the encouragement that you're giving to somebody else. And just the idea of paying it forward and making a difference and having something that is fun and rewarding. I don't know about you, but not every day do you go to work and have this fun and rewarding experience. Whereas when you're helping people to transform their health, there's a certain amount of energy that's transmitted back to you in terms of their excitement for life and for opportunity. And it actually fuels your engine. Maybe your engine is running a little bit idle, and one of your friends or family members talks about a win that they had, and they have this amazing transformation, and they get excited about moving forward with their life, and that gets you excited about doing something different. There's also the fact that you get compensated for helping people to get healthy. Now, this is not one of those types of things where you're out there trying to get everybody to help everybody in terms of a business. This is simply all about health. It's simply, if you offer people health, they will typically raise their hand and say that they're interested. If they're not interested in health, maybe that's not right for them at that particular time. But when you find somebody to get healthy, you get compensated in the currency of goodwill, meaning that you actually get those thank yous and that, oh my goodness, you've transformed my life. You also are in a opportunity with our health coach business opportunity where if you do decide to work hard and you do decide to help more people and have fun doing it, you can be compensated based upon your outcomes. Not necessarily like the healthcare industry, which is compensated based upon sickness, not necessarily on helping people to get healthy. And the idea of leaving a legacy is something that I think each and every one of us wants to live. Maybe right now you're successful, but you're not significant. And this is an opportunity for you to become more significant and more successful just simply by paying it forward and helping other people. One of our other participants in tonight's webinar is an amazing man. He's somebody that has been a very influential leader in his community around health and wellness, but struggled on his own until he found this program. And I'm going to have him talk a little bit more about his transformation and why he believes that health coaching is the future of healthcare. Mark, welcome to the presentation.
Thanks for having me here tonight, Dave. Well, I'll tell you what, it goes back to almost 9 years ago when I saw your transformation. Dave was a member at my fitness center in Central Iowa, and I saw up close and personal his huge transformation, losing 100 pounds. And like Michelle talked about, on the medical side, I thought I knew it all. I was not living it all. I was 50 pounds overweight. So I was a skeptic as I saw his transformation, but he continued to prove it. And I continued to see people be attracted to that and flock to him to understand what he did. So I did what he did. I did the program. June of 2009, with Dave as my health coach, doing a 4-week health challenge. I lost 8 pounds in the first week, and I'm like, wow, this is great. And right there, I knew that this was an opportunity to share this program with our rehab patients, with our fitness center members, and that convicted me right there that there was an opportunity to pay this forward and to help so many other people. The opportunity that we have with health coaching is a great thing because we're not in this just by ourselves. We're in it with other people. So it's a business that we can do independently, but we're assisted by a team of coaches. As you hear the examples and the stories from other people, it's a relational model. You know, for me, I was in the service industry. What I appreciated about this is it was focused on health. It was focused on prevention, not responding to a problem and responding to disease, but focusing on restoration, focusing on health. I also like the business model. You know, as an entrepreneur, I appreciated the opportunity to do something and to be compensated for the work that I was doing. So it's an independent model. And for myself and for my staff that stepped into the coaching with our 5 clinics in our fitness business, it was an opportunity for them also to make extra income. The beauty of this is it can be done part-time, it can be full-time. I started out part-time initially, but as I saw the opportunity to impact more people with a health-focused opportunity, I'm doing this full-time and I love it. Can't beat the startup cost. You know, $200 to step into this coach opportunity. It's a huge opportunity. No operating costs or inventory, so it's a great chance to be able to be portable, to be mobile, and to work with so many people. Another thing that I've liked about this program is it's based on the work that you do and the amount of work that you want to do. There are no quotas. There's no expectations. Dave, as my coach, supports me. You know, we continue to stay connected on a regular basis, but he's not cracking the whip to say, hey, what are you producing? What are you doing at this point? We have a progressive growth model. So depending on what you want to do with this, initially I saw the opportunity to coach clients, to coach patients, fitness center members, but there's also the opportunity to coach clients and coaches to step into a business coach role or a business mentor role. And so you can be compensated for those additional growth opportunities and continue to grow personally and professionally. That's what I've continued to see over these past 8 years. Thanks for this opportunity tonight, Dave. I really appreciate this.
Great. Thanks so much. It's just nice to be able to have health professionals like you that are not only getting healthier personally, but leading the change in the third era of medicine where we're actually doing more preventative care. So thanks for being here, Mark. Next, we're going to go over to Shirley and Cliff Mass. Shirley and Cliff Mass are amazing individuals, as you could see from this screen in front of you. Shirley had an amazing transformation as well as Cliff, and we're going to have them wrap up tonight's presentation with a little bit about their story. Shirley?
Well, thank you so much, David, and it's been a fantastic evening. These stories are just incredible, and they amaze me every time. I'll tell you, I came to this program at a very desperate place. I weighed close to 400 pounds, and at the age of 48, I thought I had tried everything, and nothing had worked, so I had reluctantly given up. I had resigned myself to life as it was, or as I thought it would be. I expected to not meet my grandchildren. I expected, frankly, to not get to see my 50th birthday. But my physician had not given up on me, and he believed this program would work for me. Now, I didn't share his optimism. I didn't think I was even going to lose 25 pounds. But for those of you that can see the picture, you can see that my physician was right and I was wrong. And he was right. This program not only helped me, it helped me far beyond my wildest dreams. That woman pictured on the left expected to not get to meet her grandchildren. The woman on the right sits on the floor to play with her granddaughter. I lost 215 pounds on this program. That was over 5 years ago. But what is even more wonderful to me is that because I have the ongoing support, I'm not afraid the weight's ever coming back. But there's more to the story, because 2 weeks into the program, when I experienced what the program would do, I knew that I was going to coach one day. And I started coaching after I'd lost quite a bit of weight. I was still morbidly obese. I have to say, if I had to do it over, I would have started coaching sooner, because I underestimated how much easier my own health journey would be as I helped others to get healthy. So here's what I discovered when I became a coach. I discovered that I had access to excellent training. It was unlike anything that I had seen in my previous professional career. And I was learning on the job as I had a support team. My support team was eager to invest in me. They were eager to train me. I had never experienced mentoring like this. You've heard other people mention that on this call. And it was with some of the most positive and life-affirming people I'd ever met. And in addition to the training I was already receiving, there were local events, there were regional events, national training events, and they all really helped to improve my skills and help me to feel really confident in the work that I was doing as a health coach. I also had the freedom to grow at my own pace, and I started slowly at first, but I enjoyed what I was doing, and the paycheck really was quite lovely. It was a real financial benefit to our family, and I soon realized that this was a career into which I could invest my heart and soul. So our business grew rapidly. My husband and I are now both working together in health coaching, and it allows us to do something that's really meaningful to us and also impacts so many lives. So thanks so much, David. It was really an incredible honor to be able to share the story tonight.
Wow, what an amazing story. I love hearing you share it, Shirley. You've obviously got a lot of passion for life, and it's infectious on all of us. And so for those of you that have watched the presentation tonight, we hope that it's inspired you to make a decision to go create health in your life. Whether you choose to, refer friends and family members to the person that invited you to this webinar, or whether you choose to get involved as a client, or whether you choose to actually pay it forward and help America and then the world to get healthy, we would love for you to explore the possibilities and talk to the person that invited you and let them help you to get some free resources. There's plenty of complimentary healthy snack lists and recipes and all kinds of great resources. And if you decide that it's the right fit for you, we'd love to have you be part of our community. So thank you again for joining us. Please contact the person that invited you, and we wish you all the very best and an optimal health.
This audio may contain the personal testimonials of some Take Shape for Life health coaches or clients. The results relayed in these messages are based on the unique experience of the participants, and we cannot guarantee like or similar outcomes. While you may be inspired by these accounts, please note that any stories of success have not been verified, and your individual path to healthy living and weight loss will vary. As always, it is our recommendation that you consult with a physician before starting a weight loss program. In addition, this audio may contain income or earnings representations of some Take Shape for Life health coaches. Take Shape for Life makes no guarantee of financial success. Success with Take Shape for Life results only from successful sales efforts, which require hard work, diligence, skill, persistence, competence, and leadership. Your success will depend upon how well you exercise these qualities. Please see the Take Shape for Life income disclosure statement and integrated compensation plan for complete details. Yours in health, the Take Shape for Life team.